Hey guys, so I'm doing my first Q&A on this channel. I put up a video telling you to ask me anything, and you guys asked me a bunch of questions, so I'm gonna answer a few of those. The first question reminded me that I forgot to put on my glasses. They were sitting right over there. The first question is from Chris Bullock. Why so many big fake glasses? I feel more self-conscious in mine. So how do you wear such big ones with confidence? I really like the style of big glasses, and I always have. I've been buying glasses that I don't need ever since like around the first year of high school. So yeah, I'm just really in love with the style, like the way glasses look and the way glasses make me look. I try not to wear them all the time because I'm not sure how good it is for my eyes. I got these from Amazon, they're my favorite. And I also have this black pair. If you don't feel confident in your glasses, maybe get glasses that you really like the style of. The next question is from Stephen Cotman. It says, how do you explain that social anxiety is a disorder and not just an excuse for me staying home to someone who doesn't have social anxiety? Things like social anxiety and depression and anything else like that is really hard to explain to someone that doesn't have it. You'll never 100% understand it unless you've gone through it yourself. But there are so many articles online explaining what it's like and what it is, and like fact articles and how to talk to someone with this articles and like things like that. So I would just find an article that really says everything you want to say and then email it to them or show it to them or read it to them in person. I'm gonna say this wrong, but Jayoni Joe says, can you give any advice for social anxiety people to overcome social anxiety situations? My advice for overcoming social anxiety is therapy or therapy with medication. When I was in middle school, I got my first therapist, and I had extreme selective mutism, and she slowly got me talking through these different exercises. Like one of the exercises was we went outside, no one else was out, like no one else was around, and she said, what's your name? And I said, Shani. And then she slowly took more and more steps away from me so that I slowly had to say it louder and louder without really realizing that I was saying it louder. And by the end of the exercise, I was yelling. And like, you know that if you have social anxiety or selective mutism, yelling or talking loudly at all in front of people that you're not comfortable with, or even outside of your house sometimes, you don't do it. So that was a really cool exercise. Like, I still remember it till this day, and I really like that therapist. So find a good therapist, and if you want, find medication, because Prozac also really helped me. And I have a whole video on my Prozac experience. It'll be linked below if you want to check that out. Someone with the username that's hard to pronounce says, is social anxiety something that makes it more difficult for you to be in a relationship / meet someone? I also have social anxiety, and this is a huge problem for me. That's a good question. Like, 2 other people know this ever, but I've never been in a relationship. I had my first kiss like a few weeks ago, and I'm 22. So that should answer your question. I had some really big crushes, like all throughout high school and even after, but was never brave enough to talk to them. I've been asked out on a few dates, and sometimes I say yes, sometimes I say no, but even if I say yes, I always chicken out and don't go. It's terrible. But I guess I could technically say I went on a first date with someone that I really, really, really like a few weeks, months ago. But if that progresses into something else, I'll make a whole video on that. Oh, plus that date, I asked him. Username business dog says, top 3 favorite bands, and would you ever consider going vegetarian or vegan? I actually am vegetarian. I've been vegetarian for about 5 years, since 2011, and I love it. Top 3 favorite bands. I'm not going to say bands, I'm just going to say music artists. Anchor Michelson, Owl City, or anything that Adam Young does. I'm going to say 5. The Jonas Brothers were my obsession in middle school, so I'll always love them. Coldplay, and I've been a Taylor Swift fan since 2007. And Ed Sheeran. I love Ed Sheeran too. Maria Jackson says, how is your acting career going? Have you had any auditions lately? If so, what were they for and how did they go? My acting career is going pretty well right now. I have a manager, and she always says that slow and steady leads to like a long career, and like quick success or whatever could be a short career. So we're just going slow and steady. I have a manager, and I have a commercial agent who also submits me for theatrical stuff sometimes. So right now I'm just trying to get a theatrical agent, but I'm also going to commercial auditions, and as always, I get auditions for myself for short films, student films, web series. My most exciting recent audition was for Shameless. I did not get the role, but it's always good to meet more casting directors. So if they like you, then they can call you back in for other things. What is your favorite movie? I have a top 10 list and a top 20 list, but I'm just going to tell you my favorite movie of all time, and that is Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring. I am obsessed with Lord of the Rings, and actually, look what my friend gave me. It's like the Pez characters from Lord of the Rings. So, Lord Saruman, Strider, Legolas, one of my favorite characters. I feel like this is Sam, but I can't really tell. I think this is Frodo. That one guy that is like BFFs with Legolas, but tries to pretend like he's not. I don't know his name. I've seen the movie a million times and I still don't know his name. And then Gollum. So those are all the questions I'm going to answer for this video. Thank you so much for asking questions. Comment more questions on my other video, and maybe I'll answer them next time I do a Q&A. Please like this video if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!